Hi, we have question number 3 from our exercise 2.4. In here, we are given different fractions and we are asked to simplify them. Simplifying algebraic expression, our goal in here is exactly the same as simplifying regular numeric fraction, like 4 over 8. When simplified, it will become 1 over 2. So we'll be looking for common factors in the numerator and the denominator. We're going to cancel them out, and this way we will be able to simplify our fraction. So we call it fraction because it's written in the p by q form. In here, the number written on top is the numerator, the one number written in the bottom is called as the denominator. So the golden rule, whenever we have a fraction with letter or with variable and numbers, we remember two golden rules to imply. These golden rules are: simplify the number first. This number that you are seeing in the numerator and denominator, we simplify it first. Can we divide the top number and the bottom number by the same value? That is finding the highest common factor, or HCF. If we can, we will do that and they will get cancelled. The second is, if the same letter or the same variable on top and bottom appears, we cancel them and we write the simplified variable. So with these two rules in mind, we will take a start with the very first one. We have 15x over 3. So in here, the number 3 goes into 15 exactly 5 times, because 3 multiplied by 1 is equal to 3, 3 multiplied by 5 is equal to 15. So 3 gets cancelled and so does 15. We get 5x. X is only on top, so it stays the same. So our final simplified answer is 5x. Here we have 40x over 10. We ask ourselves that does 10 go into 40? Yes, the answer is. So 10 cancels out to 1 and 40 becomes a 4. 10 multiplied by 1 is equal to 10 and 10 multiplied by 4 is equal to 40. X appears on top only in the numerator, so it will remain the same. This way we get 4x as the simplified answer. Then we have 21x over 7. So we have, as you can see, we see for the common factor between these two, between 21 and 7. So 7 multiplied by 1 is equal to 7 and 7 multiplied by 3 is equal to 21. So 7 and 21 gets cancelled. We get 3 and x appears on in the numerator only, therefore it will remain the same, and the final simplified answer will become 3x. Then we have 12xy over 2x. So in here again, as per the rule, we simplify the number first and then the variable. So looking into the number or the coefficient of the variables in here, in numerator and denominator. So in here we have 12, in here we have 2. We see for the common factor, 2 is the common factor between the two, so 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2 and 2 multiplied by 6 is equal to 12. So 2 gets cancelled and so does 12. We get 6 in the numerator, 6xy over x. This x gets cancelled with this x because it is in the top and bottom as well. This way we get 6y only. In the denominator we get only 1 remaining. The rest of the terms in the denominator, they get cancelled, so therefore the final form would be, this final answer would be 6y. Then we have 14xy over 2y. So 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2. 2 multiplied by 7 is equal to 14. So 2 is a common factor, therefore 2 and 14 gets cancelled, as you can see in here. Then we look into the variable. X appear only once in the numerator and not in the denominator, so it will remain as it is. Y is a variable. It appears in the numerator and the denominator and their powers are the same, so it will get cancelled. And we will be left with 7x. So 7x is the final answer. Then we have 18x square y over 9x square. So as you can see in here, we look into the coefficient of the variable in the numerator and denominator. 9 multiplied by 1 is equal to 9. 9 multiplied by 2 is equal to 18. So 2 is a common, 9 is the common factor between these two. So 9 gets cancelled and so does 18. Instead of 18 we get 2x squared y, and in the denominator we get x squared. The next simplification is that of the variables. So we look into the variable x squared in here, x squared in here. So both of the x squared gets cancelled with one another, and we are left with y. Y appears only once, so it will remain as it is. This way we get 2y as our final answer. Then we have 10xy over 40x. So we look for the common factor. 10 multiplied by 1 is equal to 10. 10 multiplied by 4 is equal to 40. So 10 gets cancelled and so does 40. We get 1 over 4. Then looking at the variables, we get xy in the numerator and x in the denominator. So this x gets multiplied with x, and we are left with y. So in the numerator we get y over 4 in the denominator, as is the final simplified answer for this fraction. Then we have 15x over 60xy. So again we look for the common factor. 15 multiplied by 1 is equal to 15. 15 multiplied by 4 is equal to 60. So the numbers are simplified. We get 1 over 4. X appears in the numerator and so it does appear in the denominator. So they both get cancelled. As you can see in here, they are cancelled. And we are left with y in the denominator. So the final answer would be 1 over 4y. We have 7xyz over 14xy. So simplifying, 7 multiplied by 1 is equal to 7. 7 multiplied by 2 is equal to 14. So we will get 1 over 2. Now simplifying the variables, we have x in the numerator and in the denominator. Both have the same power, so they get cancelled. Y also appears in the numerator and the denominator. This also gets cancelled, and we are left with z. So in here, since 7x was being 7x and y gets cancelled, in the numerator we are left with z, and in the denominator we are left with 2 and y. So this way we will get z over 2 as a simplified answer for this fraction. Then we have 6xy over x. So we do not have number in the denominator to look for simplifying it or look for any common factor to simplify it further, therefore it will remain as it is. The next we will look into the variables. 6 appear in the numerator and in the denominator, so they too will get cancelled, and you will be left with 6y as the final answer. In the denominator, when this gets cancelled, we are left with 1, so we do not write it, but if it has to be expressed, it will be 6 over 1, 6y over 1. K is x over 4x. So there is only 1 as the coefficient of variable x, and in the denominator we have 4, so it cannot be simplified further. We look into the variable, we have x in the numerator and x in the denominator, so these two will get cancelled, and as shown in here we will get 1 over 4 as the final simplified answer for this fraction. And the last one, we have x over 9x. So again, there is 1 over 9. It cannot be further simplified, so the numbers cannot be simplified further. They will remain as it is. The next term that we, or the next value that we will look for simplification is the variables in the fraction. So in here, x is in numerator and in denominator both, so they will get cancelled. We will get 1 over 9 as the final simplified answer for this fraction. So Always check your work. Once you have it solved, you can recheck it. Make sure that the number that you're cancelling, it is cancelled properly, so that you do not later on mistake it, or rechecking it confuses you. The two rules, as I mentioned, is that first we look for the coefficient of the fractions, or the numbers appearing in the fraction, and the second is we look for the variable in the fraction, in the numerator and the denominator, and we will be simplifying if possible. That's all for this question and its solution. Happy learning.